Welcome back to the Single Malt review. Once again, we're going to one of my favourite distilleries, and once again, it's in the Highlands. Glengoyne. I've liked them for a while now. Their core range is not huge, but what they do have is very, very good. A few I've tried in the past. 10-year-old. It's affordable, accessible, really very good. The 21-year-old is truly exquisite. You don't get it that often, but when I do, I love it. I did once at a tasting have a chance to try a 23 or 24-year-old, which was frankly mind-blowing, but that was very much a one-off. You don't see that kind of thing very often. What we do have today, though, is a sampler of the 18-year-old. Most Glengoynes, in fact virtually all of them, with a very few exceptions, are fully sherry matured, and it's the case here too, I do believe. They have bottled at 43% ABV. The standard these days. Let's dig on in and see what we have. Glengoyne are rather on the cusps of the Highlands. In fact, I understand they may even mature all their whisky over the road in what is technically the lowlands. But all their distilling is done in the Highlands, out to the north of Glasgow, near the river from which they get their name. The whisky we're looking at is a dark amber, kind of a liquid honey appearance to it. Quite a firm oily cling. There's a lot of streaks sticking to the inside of the glass. Very fine line of beads there. So there's a lot of oily, heavy, all kinds of chemical processes and things happening. I don't know the technical terms, Timmy will probably tell you those. All I know it means there's lots of body, lots of things suspended in this whisky, which are hopefully going to add a whole lot of character and a lot of flavour. Not chill filtered, not artificially coloured. Oh, smells amazing. It's a really rich bouquet of orange blossoms, citrus fruit. Warm buttery bread. I like what I'm smelling. I'm sure I'm going to like what I taste too. Now, Glengoyne, one of their unique selling points is their pretty adamant refusal to ever produce a peated whisky. In fact, until quite recently, all their bottles declared proudly that it was untainted by peat smoke. So quite a firm stance there. And that continues on in this wee number too. So let's see what we got. Oranges and lemons, cloves, a strong backbone of sherry, which speaks to that sherry maturation, a very rich, very clean and sweet maltiness, some almost effervescent feel to it. I don't mean that it's all carbonated, but there's a kind of a prickly sensation across the tongue, similar to what you get from a bottle-conditioned beer, for instance. Mouthfeel, it's quite heavy, there's a lot of weight there. That oil and those chemical oddities I spoke of before are definitely there. It's really coating the inside of my mouth. And the flavours are really lingering as the whiskey evaporates off my cheeks and tongue. New flavours, new characters emerging all the way as well. I'm going to add just a little water. It is only 43% after all, so not a whole lot. That has enlivened all kinds of sweetness. There's some jasmine, something that's reminding me oddly of sandalwood incense. Not something I expected to find in a whisky, particularly not in this one, but hey, always good to be surprised. Yeah, a number of new aromas and flavours, unlocked by just adding the smallest touch of water there. Glengoyne are great for tasting in a way whisky in a very pure form. The limited range of casks used for maturation means a lot of consistency from one batch to the next and from one age statement to the next as well. You can really have kind of a I guess it's sort of a time capsule whiskey in that sense. You try the 10-year-old, then try its 12 or 18-year-old counterpart, and you can taste the maturation, the evolution, the changes from one to the next, and knowing that virtually everything else about a whiskey has stayed much the same. In fact, I believe if you go to Glengoyne and take their distillery tour, you have the opportunity to fill your own bottle of the 21-year-old straight from the cask. As I say, I'm not sure about that. That's what I heard, I believe. I'll have to check it out myself when I eventually go there someday. In the meantime, though, this is a very delicate, easygoing 18-year-old. A lot of sweet characters, a lot of fruit and honey, a few spices, and a few complex oddities as well, which we'd not normally expect. It's obviously unpeated, so there's no hit of brine or iodine or any of the harder sinus-pounding sensations you might expect from a well-matured Scotch. But it's certainly very well-matured and well-made. I like it a lot. If you have a similar taste to mine, and you're very much a Highlands fan, then you'll probably enjoy it as well. In terms of scores, this is an easy 88 for me. Could go higher, except to know just how much better, even better, the 21-year-old is, and the others at Glengoyne have to offer at the higher age statements. Nonetheless, I love it. You quite likely would as well, if you're that way inclined. This has been the Single Malt Review. I've been Dave. We'll be back very soon with more whiskey content. See you later.